I've carried pepper spray both professionally and as part of my personal EDC, but this is the first time that I've really broken down modern EDC focused options like these. And after actually trying out POM's offerings with both trainers and live units, there are a few things that really stood out. So today we're taking a look at POM Pepper Spray. Now, full transparency, POM sent me these at no cost to review. They didn't ask for anything except for an honest assessment, so you'll hear my own thoughts with this. Now, I do have to admit one kind of funny thing. When I first saw that I had an email from POM, I'll be honest, I thought it was the drink company, and I almost deleted the email. But I'm glad I didn't, and let's look at why. So they sent me 3 units. They sent me a keychain model, a pocket clip model, and these are both, I believe they're called the original or the standard model, and then the Mark III. And they also sent me 2 inert trainers for practice. And I had specifically asked for these just because having carried these on the job, I knew that, training with them and having an inert to train with was a good thing. So a quick bit of context regarding that. But long before I showed up on YouTube, I worked as a probation officer, and pepper spray was part of my gear when I was in the field. So I'm not coming at this blind. I've carried it, I trained with it, and I understand where it fits and where it doesn't. And that's important because pepper spray fills a very specific role in self-defense and EDC. Not every defensive situation calls for lethal force. In fact, most don't. But sometimes you want something that can still prevent things from getting up close and personal. And that's where pepper spray fits. But let's get back to the products and actually look at those. So POM has built a strong reputation in the self-defense space, and after using these, it's obvious why. Across all of these, you're getting a compact, carry-friendly design, a consistent, intuitive manual of arms, like this, and a focus on simple, repeatable deployment. So everything is built around speed and ease of use under stress. There's no flipping switches or disabling safeties. You just slide your thumb under and press. You don't have to flip anything to the side, do anything like that. It's really simple, just boop, boop. And on that note, that is the proper way to deploy this, because sometimes I've seen people try to do, I guess, like the spray bottle or the perfume bottle thing, just use your index finger. While that can work, and it might feel natural, the proper way to do it is with your thumb like this and press down. And the reason is this gives you a stronger grip, and it's a more like you will point it more naturally. But if somebody's coming at you, this is a much stronger grip to keep a hold of it and be able to continue to point it. So just a little lesson there in that this is the proper way to deploy pepper spray. So as far as potency, I'm not going to dive into the concentration and strength and everything like that, because most people really don't care about those numbers and they don't know what they actually mean. But the real important thing here is that POM's potency falls within industry standards, well within the industry standards. And being real, nobody wants to get sprayed with this stuff, and that's what really matters. So let's look at the actual models themselves. So the keychain and the clip models, these are the easiest to carry. You can see they're really relatively small. But what I think differentiates them the most from other pepper spray is that these do not look tactical. They don't scream tactical or self-defense or something like that. They're just very unassuming. Now, both of mine, you can see, have black bodies. This one has the black body with a black accent ring, whatever you want to call that, and this one has a yellow one. But if you order these direct from POM, you can actually customize these, which I think is really cool. You can either get the bodies in black, white, or gray, and the accent rings actually come in about 10 different colors. So you can kind of do it to match whatever you're carrying with you, if that matters to you. The deployment, like I mentioned, it feels very natural. Your thumb lands right where it needs to be, and you don't have to think about it. You just slide your thumb in and press. And that's a big deal, especially under stress. When you're in a high-stress situation, your fine motor functions are not going to be as good as they normally are. So the more gross motor function that's involved, the better. Now, speaking of stress, one of the things that helps the most with performing under stress is training. And that's why, as I mentioned, I requested the inert can. So I have 2 here. I used one, and this one is still a functional one, so I'm going to set that one aside. But the cool thing about these is that not only are they approximately the right size, they are actually size-wise identical. And so you can actually take the clip and everything off of the active unit. And this is going to be literally identical in the, oh, apparently I had some left in there. But this is identical function-wise to the active units. It just is spraying water instead of actual pepper spray. But these are awesome, and I highly, highly recommend if you're going to carry these, you get at least a few inert canisters just to practice with. But they are really, I think, essential to properly using these. So let me get the active unit back together. Okay, so, and then after that, we also have the Mark II, which this one is not as easy to EDC. This is kind of more duty oriented. This is going to be one that you're probably going to carry professionally. You could carry this, and maybe there are situations where that would make more sense. But if you've carried pepper spray professionally, this one's probably going to feel a lot more natural and like what you're used to. It's not as discreet, but it has a larger capacity and it also has greater range. So that is a factor as well. So all the talk about the stats on these, let's look at the actual live testing. And after that, I'll give a brief overview. Now, I tested both of these models at their max range, so you'll get to see that. They were just barely reaching at those ranges, which usually the max ranges are literally that, max ranges. So I wasn't surprised that they were barely reaching that. But I do apologize. I forgot to move the side camera when I tested the Mark III. So I will be out of frame for that, but you should still be able to see the stream and kind of see the trajectory of that. But with that out of the way, let's take a look at that. So first we're going to do the inert canister just for practice and to get an idea for the stream. And I am going to draw this out of my pocket. So that one was pretty easy to keep on target. I was at just about 12 feet, and I would say that was at the very limit of what it could do, but it was definitely getting on the target. Now next up we have the standard model, and this is the one with the clip. Now this is actual active, so need to be a little bit more careful with this one, but now that we have practice, we should be able to do this one pretty well. Whew. And I did get a little bit of washback on that one. And that's something you always have to worry about with these pepper sprays. And last but not least, we are going to have the Mark III. This is the more pro-oriented version. So this is going to have a little bit longer distance and a stronger stream. So check this one out. And I will also draw this one off of my belt, since this is more of a duty one. So, as you saw, you're getting a strong focus stream rather than a wide fog. And that helps with control and also reduces the chance of blowback. Although it doesn't completely eliminate it, you might have heard me maybe coughing a little bit, or I might have commented on it, I can't remember. But I did get a little bit of blowback from the wind. But the trade-off for having a focused stream like that is that it does require more precision when you are deploying it to be more effective. A mist or a wider fog will be much easier to get on target because you're spraying a wider fog. You got to be more precise with the stream. So that's just kind of one of those trade-off things. Now, as far as the real world considerations for using these, A few things to keep in mind. This is a defensive tool, so you need to treat it seriously. Just a little bit of blowback that I got, I was feeling that in my lungs for a while. So this is not a toy. This is not something you want to screw around with. You also, on that note, need to be aware of your wind and the environment. You probably heard me comment on it, and that was just a little bit of blowback during testing. That wasn't even any kind of direct hit or anything like that. And the big thing is get practice in with these inert canisters. I can't emphasize that enough. And also, this works best as part of a bigger strategy. And the bigger part of the strategy when it comes to things like this is awareness, avoidance, and positioning, because those matter just as much, if not more, than the tools that you have. And really, the thing is, the best way out of a bad situation is to avoid getting into it in the first place. So, overall, I am very impressed with what POM is offering here. If I had to pick one of these for everyday carries, I think I would pick the clip model, and that's just because of how consistent it is and easy to access. It's easy to carry in the pocket, but all three of these make sense depending on your setup. If you would be more comfortable having it on your keychain, this is also an option. And the really cool thing about this one is you have it on your keychain, but you can also take it off your keys by pressing this button. It's kind of a quick detach thing. And so you can take it off your keys to use it too. But all three options definitely have their pluses and minuses to them. And coming from somebody who's carried pepper spray professionally, these do measure up and they are definitely going to be effective. So if you guys enjoyed this review, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments, especially if you want to see more reviews like this on things that are more tangentially EDC related. And I cannot emphasize this enough. If you are going to carry any tool for self-defense, whether it's pepper spray or something else, get the reps in and practice, practice, practice. That's what makes the difference when the rubber hits the road. And until next time, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next one.